Guys, so a while back, not even a while back, a couple weeks ago, I did my Siege Springer review, and during that, while showing off his one of his alternate modes, you may remember a thing I said. He's in my favorite mode. If you watch my videos for a while, you know I love orange and helicopters and stegosauruses. If there was an orange stegosaurus that could turn into a helicopter, that would be awesome.
If there was an orange Stegosaurus that could turn into a helicopter, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Well, a lot of you, or several of you, replied with a very specific response to that thing, and well... So here is Mugenbine Machine Robo NEEDLESTEGO. And again, thank you to everybody who pointed this out to me. I feel like maybe I knew about it in a vague, long-lost fever dream. But several people responded to my whole, it would be cool if there was an orange Stegosaurus robot that turned into a helicopter. And hey, one exists. It's like they made it just for me. He does come with a little packet with his little bio card, instructions. There's actually a sticker sheet. All these little logos are stickers that you can put on. But it's a fun little thing. Now, it's not a full-on transformer. I'm not going to dock it points for that because he's super fun. But he does come with all the little bits. And that's the whole point of the line, is all the Mugenbine, at least. There are some candy toy ones as well. And you, have I reviewed any of those? But like some little candy kits and things. But there's also a line that comes with like these core robots that can kind of fold up into like squares in various ways in order to combine. And I've seen some people build some very impressive large robots using many of these things, as well as several sets that allow, that also are designed to be larger robots together. So you've got a lot of options here, but you've got the core robot and then a bunch of pieces of armor for him. Now, he does become a helicopter and a Stegosaurus. I don't like to have all these pieces just hanging around when he's in robot mode. So here's the base robot. He does have a cool little, let me see if I can zoom in on this. He's got a cool little face there. The head does not turn. He's got his little NEEDLESTEGO N on the side of his head there. But yeah, and then like his little NEEDLESTEGO logo with the Stegosaurus head in the N on his legs and various places around his body. But yeah, his head doesn't turn. It's basic transformation. Some of these pegs can flip up and around to allow for different combinations. But just the base core robot is in a lot of the sets. And that's what the gimmick works around. And I did not refocus that, so let's redo that right now. So yeah, so you've got this. Now what I like to do is I take these and I attach them. I'll flip the arm pegs up. I snap his smaller legs onto the side of his arms here. The bigger legs, I flip his toe pegs down and then peg these in like this, I think is how I did it. Yeah, this way. So now he's got some big feet, some bigger arms, all the extra pieces. This piece we peg on as a backpack like this. I take the helicopter, this thing has a flip out peg, take the helicopter nose, flip out that peg it in here, and so he's got like a little sword weapon in this arm. And then the rest of this stuff I take onto the back. I take the Stegosaurus head like this, so like that. Snap these together to make the helicopter blade, except we leave it more like Stegosaurus blade. Peg it into his back like that, and then peg this on. So it kind of sits across there. It's not perfect. He does give him a big backpack. But when you have him sitting like this, it's a nice little display piece to have him all together in robot mode with a helicopter blade on his back. It kind of looks like he's already a transformer, even though you do have to pop the pieces apart. You can combine pieces from other Mugenbine figures into all these little ports and holes and pegs, and you can really customize it however you want. I don't know how deep into this line I'm going to get. There's an elephant that looks cool, Power Nose. But this guy I had to get. There's no way, after everybody pointed out to me the knowledge that there was an orange robot Stegosaurus helicopter, there's no way I couldn't have it. It's like I said, it's like my own special toy beamed to me from my mind to some toy designer's head because I love him. But there's his basic robot mode. Well, there's his robot mode armored up. And again, it's a little bulky, but I like it. So we'll go ahead and pop all these extra armor pieces off again. I guess we can leave leave these together. But they wanted to come apart anyway, so we'll pop off all the extra pieces here. And then he's got 2 modes. So we'll start off in Stegosaurus mode. You fold his head down, you fold his arms in like this, fold the legs up, and then over to make the basic cube there. Just like that. When we come around the front, we take this little Stegosaurus head. You can kind of see his helicopter rotor here, but take a Stegosaurus head, and we'll clip it on right here, just like that. And then we'll take his little shorter front legs and peg them on to these pegs right here, like this. On the back, this piece, the backpack piece that we had, pegs on like that. The larger leg pieces use the upper peg hole, peg on like this. The helicopter cockpit pegs on upside down with that flipped out peg to form his tail. And then the 2 helicopter pieces peg together this way. And you want to have it so the piece with the actual peg, see, one is just the blades and one has these pegs. So this piece goes in the rear, peg this into the front of it, peg it into right here, and then there's even a little tab on the front of this piece that goes into a little slot here on the top of the thing. So you can't have it sit loose, but you can also clip that into place there. When everything's all pegged together, it should just sit right into place there. And look, now he's an orange Stegosaurus. He's cool. I like him. He likes to stomp around. I just learned that. It's something I learned over the course of the day today. He's just really not happy unless he's stomping around on something. But yeah, so there he is. He's got a cool green eye. Look, remember, touch of green? There's a little green eyeball. So yeah, there is Stegosaurus, NEEDLESTEGO and Stegosaurus mode with his NEEDLESTEGO logos and all that stuff. And then, of course, we go to helicopter mode. So we'll pop this off. If you can pop this off without popping this out, you can just rotate, kind of clicks around, but you can just rotate that around so they're facing opposite directions. Set that off to the side. Pop off all the armor pieces here. And then the robot, bring his legs down, flip the arms out to the side, flip the head back up. And now we want to bring these forward and up like that. So he's kind of almost in a sitting position. Like this, with the toe pegs pointing down, or I guess out back. And now we take this backpack piece, the rounded bit facing back and the vents facing forward, and snap those onto the legs here, like that. The cockpit, using this peg, pegs right into here, and onto these 2 pegs. So all 3 pegs snap together. The longer legs, you want to have them so the dinosaur toes are facing down, and if you put the stickers on right, the NEEDLESTEGO logo is facing forward. And then you use, I'll flip the arm pegs out to the side. These 2 pegs on the arm go into these 2 pegs on the leg. So it sits a little forward. Same over here. And then you take these pieces, again, toes facing out, sticker facing out, and peg them on to either side of the top piece up here. I think in my picture for the opening, they were actually pegged down here, but they're supposed to go up here. This piece, you take the rotor blade and flip it. I'll flip the whole rotor blade and stego head like that. Stego head faces down, and then these 2 peg holes go right here on the back. Snap it into place, and then, of course, the rotor plates come on, peg into the top here. And there, look, now he's a helicopter. Now, his blade does not spin freely. You can kind of get it to do a full rotation if you smack it hard enough, but because of the way these joints work, it still kind of click, 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 clicks around. You can move it, you can spin it, and it makes kind of a helicopter noise. But yeah. But not a bad-looking helicopter road, considering it was a Stegosaurus a minute ago. You can still kind of see a Stegosaurus face here on the back, but that's okay. So yeah, that's a really fun toy that pretty much hits all the criteria of what I like in everything in the whole world. It's orange. It's a helicopter. It's a Stegosaurus. It's a robot, and it changes forms between all of them. Like I can't think of a thing more hard pressed. Like Ghostbusters Ectotron. That's 2 things that I like, and that's pretty cool. This guy has 4. So it hits a lot of the good buttons. I'm very happy with him. I don't know that I could probably get more Mugenbine figures and combine them, but why? This is already the most perfect thing. The only thing that could make this better, is if it was a full-on, legit transformer that you didn't have to swap parts and pull parts off to transform. If it were a straight-up transformer that turned from an orange robot into an orange helicopter and then into an orange Stegosaurus, that would be heaven. And I could die happy, and you would never, ever need to see me again. But yeah, he's very cool. And again, thank you very much to everybody who mentioned this in response, both on Twitter and in the original Springer video review, that this thing existed. Because like I literally, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, what's this thing? Went on eBay, found a cheap one. It took a little while to get here because I didn't pay for fast shipping. But yeah, I immediately went on eBay and snapped one up, and it got here today, and I'm super happy. So there it is, Mugenbine Machine Robo NEEDLESTEGO.